Hi to replay viewers. Hello to those joining me, nice to see you. Hi Maybury. Turn this sideways. Get a better view. Oh, questions already. Where's Antonia's fortress? Now I'm told I can write on the screen. Oh, I can't see it. How do I write on the screen? Anybody know? Antonia's fortress. Okay, I can't work out how to write on the screen. Is this part here? Just tap the screen. Did that leave a mark? Oh, I evidently haven't got the feature yet. Okay, well, if I get the feature. Okay. Look, I'm at the Israel Museum and looking at a model of the Jerusalem at the time of Christ, and as you can see there's what the temple would have looked like at that time. The Golden Gate at the front here. Damascus Gate would be across here. Salam! Welcome! The Jaffa Gate would be the one up here. Possibly. Hello Turkey! And across here, this little part here, I'll go down and have a look in a minute. Oh please, no politics in my scope, thanks.
No, it's that corner there, which is Mount Zion.
Okay, look, I'll go down to the model. I'm up on a balcony. I'll go down there and we'll talk about it a bit more down there. Hang on, it's a bit hard for me to see the screen while I'm walking, but I'll hop round and down the slope and let's try and keep it on there a little bit. There was a whole crowd of people all around me then that joined since I started the scope, so it's a bit hard talking on a phone when so many people are following, surrounding you. Look, there's nobody here. Let me point out this part here. Okay, the original part of Jerusalem that David captured back in, what is it, 100 BC is this little bit here. Alright? Sorry, but it was Israel that gave me my visa to come here. Now, hang on, Golgotha. Well, it depends what you believe is Golgotha. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, of course, wouldn't have been built at this time. That would have been this, where would it be? Church of the Holy Sepulchre would be across there somewhere. Across there, outside the Damascus Gate, is where the Garden Tomb currently is. Hello, nice to see you. Hi, friendly. Rachel, hi. Just explaining this big model. It's a fantastic model. This was originally at the Holy Land Hotel and it got transferred here some years back, and this is a really good place for it. They keep it up to date as much as they're able, I think. But well, look, everybody has their own opinion, and from an archaeological historical point of view, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre has the best kudos. From a point of view of does it look right, I love the Garden Tomb. Oh well, look, you don't have to listen to my voice, so let me help you not listen. I'm good, thanks. I'll wander around a little bit further. Are there any Ottoman Empire's historical artifacts? I would think so. I would think so. I've just been in the Israel Museum looking at things from the Egyptian period. They've got a special exhibition on. That's the view in the other direction, by the way. Which looks pretty good. But I'll come round and get right down to the model. There's a of course, different viewpoints in different places, but easier to talk when you're close up to the parts, I think. Ah, here we go. Here's a little bit of help for us. Okay, number 19, the Valley of Hinnom. Valley of Hinnom, across here. The House of Caiaphas, yes, 22, let me find that on there. Would be about here. David's tomb, which probably isn't David's tomb, but they've got it on the map somewhere. Oh, hold on. I can't see it down there. They've marked it on the help, not on here. Guys, please, no politics. I'm an Australian visiting Israel, so, and areas under the Palestinian Authority. So if you want to watch scopes, that's fine. But no politics. That's okay. So we're walking around the walls and coming up to a... before I get closer to that group that's up there, Herod at the time of Christ had a palace, and you can see three towers across there, and his palace extended across here. Now that part of it at the very end there where those towers are is what's left of it today. This part of it is the Armenian Quarter today, around here. This part of it today isn't in the current city walls. Herod was near David's tower. Yes, that's actually the Tower of David that you see today is that tower there. Okay, and this is what would have been Herod's palace there, and this at the time of Christ, of course, wasn't the Armenian Quarter, but today that's the Armenian Quarter, this section across here. Could I ask you please to speak in English and polite language, or you will get blocked. I don't speak any other languages enough to understand. Where's the western wall in that model? Okay, it would be up here. Hang on, wait a minute, here, this side. You can just see an arch going across. I pointed out Robinson's Arch. That's the arch there. I don't know whether I can zoom in a little bit. I'll try. Let's see what happens. Yes, can you see here? There's an archway going across. It's the remains of that archway that we see on the wall today that they call Robinson's Arch. And the western wall is, actually it's just that side of it. This side is where the, yes, just that side of it. And this side of the wall there are excavations going on. Let me just zoom out again. The pinnacle of the temple is, would be this corner here. There's a very steep drop down. Yeah, they don't have any respect, and I don't know why they're writing, which it's very rude to write in another language in somebody else's scope, I think. This is a model of Jerusalem at the time of Christ, at the Second Temple period. You don't get to visit. Oh well, look, I don't get to visit my own homeland very often either, so there we go. Is that where the devil was, Jesus was taken by the devil and tempted? The Bible tells us it was in the wilderness, but when it says he was taken to the pinnacle of the temple, yes, very probably there, at a very, very high drop down from that corner. There's also a stone they found at the bottom which says, to the pace of trumpeting. So they evidently stood there and blew a trumpet which sounded down for everybody, call to pray. The Al-Aqsa Mosque today is on this part here, on the edge here. They were called I think it's Solomon's. Well, let me look at the map just so I get the right info here for you. it's not on this map. I think that was an area King Solomon built. There were supposed to be stables and things underneath, and yeah, I'll need to look at the map to, yes, that kind of thing. There's a missing wall. Oh, sorry, not too sure what you're talking about on that one. Hold on, I can't see the screen very well either. Let me walk a bit further round, and I'll try and get further past this tour group. Oh, they're moving. Good.
It's like basically the theater in Caesarea. That's right. But there's one in Jerusalem too. You haven't been to Caesarea.
Sorry, I can't see the screen while I'm walking. It's very, very bright. From this side we can see the Antonia Fortress, right in the centre just there. Did Judas go through the Valley of Hinnom? He would have crossed the Kidron Valley, which would have been the other side of the Temple Mount across there, across up to this direction. No, I don't think he did. I think it was in the Valley of Hinnom that he hanged himself, though. Might be wrong. I'd need to check that, but I think that was where it took place. I think there's a place today that is recognised as being the area. From this side, that would have been the Tower of David. That's the Tower of David there. Where is Gethsemane? Well, look, if it was outside the city wall at the time of Christ, take your pick. There's a wall, I don't know whether you can see it, that goes alongside here, which was probably the wall at the time of Christ, and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is in this area, this side of that wall. If you want to choose that it's the Garden Tomb, well, the Damascus Gate is over there, and the Garden Tomb is across over in that direction. Both were outside city walls, both fit in many ways at the time. And the Garden Tomb today looks the part. It just looks beautiful. I love it. If it's not the place, it's the place I'd like it to be. You know what I mean? Simply because it looks so good. Okay, I'm going to move around a little bit more. If you get confused when reading the Bible over the names of the gates of the walls, just be aware that the walls have been pulled down and built up many, many times over the centuries. So you need to find a Bible map that gives you the size of the Jerusalem and where the temple walls were at that time to compare. Very often they're not in the same place when they get rebuilt. So if you're looking at Old Testament sites, they're not going to be very easily distinguishable from what you see in today or what you see here on this this model. Let's see if I can get a bit closer this side. Okay, so this one, it would be the Damascus Gate, and so if Golgotha was the Garden Tomb, I'm standing about where it would be on this model, outside. And this side today is the Muslim quarter, but just because they've got these names, Muslim, Armenian, and all the other names, Jewish and Christian quarters, it's not hard fixed as to what's in different places. There's synagogues in the Muslim quarters, there's Muslims living in the Jewish quarters, there's it's a real mix. That's a good question. Pontius Pilate's home. I don't know that one. Sorry, don't know it all. This is what they would believe would be the pools of Bethesda that you're looking at here. And you can see it will be right on the, just on the right Temple Mount. And this would be the Temple Mount from the time of Christ, with the Golden Gate standing right there. So it's quite amazing. Now, if you have a look, the Golden Gate is in line with the temple. Now, the interesting thing is that the Golden Gate is not in line with the Dome of the Rock. Think about it. Does that mean that the temple is not where the Dome of the Rock currently is? And the Al-Aqsa Mosque would be across here where these are. The old city is under the control of the Waqf, W-A-Q-F, and I can never remember what those initials stand for, but yes, it's under the control of a Muslim authority from Jordan. Hi, Abraham. Abraham, you're coming to Jerusalem, you must come here and see this model. You've heard that the temple will be rebuilt soon. Well, look, Scripture says it will, but politically it's not on the cards. So we'll have to wait and see. It's very, very contentious because, of course, the Muslims have control of that area. But who knows what might happen if there's another peace treaty that alters things. Okay guys, well look, I'm going to finish by showing you the temple. I've got to go, we've got some other things to do. So, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next scope. It could be, yes, there's a lot of entries in. Well, I think it probably will, Rachel. The brown building, I think it was just rooms. It was an area built by Solomon. I'd need to look up all the details, or we need tour guide Aaron to explain to us a little bit better. Okay, I need to do some more reading up because I forget these things, and we just came here on the spur of the moment, so I didn't have a chance to look it up before I came. Okay, we'll see you again then. Bye bye. Yes, this is the Eastern Gate. Bye.